Welcome to Antiques Academy, Tennessee, where learning history can be fun. Students learn history through the research of collectible and antique items.
Are you looking for a fun hobby? These items are called coin silver. Coin silver items are both lovely and underappreciated works of art and represent a unique part of American history. You can still find examples in various venues, including auctions online and antique stores. In early colonial America, luxury items like silver were hard to come by. Only the wealthy used sterling, and the less expensive silver plate would not be discovered until the Elkingtons introduced it in England in the 1840s. Today's mystery item is a pair of early American spoons identified as coin silver. Let us investigate the history of these spoons and discover how you can identify coin silver when you are treasure hunting. First, look at the hallmarks impressed on the back of the spoons. One is E. Kinsey and the other is E.N.D. Kinsey. The fact that the marks are different are clues that can help you identify the approximate date of manufacture and the maker. If you can find a reference for the silversmith, a monogram of ownership on the item might help identify who used it, the physical location of the item, and a more precise manufacture date. Sometimes that provenance adds value to a collectible piece. The E. Kinsey spoon is monogrammed in Old Script writing DJM or DTM. Old Script with flourishes is difficult to read, and it is not certain whether the middle initial is the last name or whether the last initial is the last name. The E.N.D. Kinsey spoon is monogrammed Rogers.
Coin silver refers to items commonly made from melted down, damaged, or out-of-style, old silver items, or actual silver coins, or a combination of those silver materials. Who knows how many ancient coins and Tudor silver items were thrown in the melting pot? The coins could have been from any country. Most colonial silver items were made in the Northeast in cities like Boston, New York, Pennsylvania, or Baltimore. So, Southern-made silver items are more rare and highly prized among antiques collectors. Today's topic is Cincinnati, Ohio silversmiths, namely the prolific family consisting of Thomas, Edward, and David Kinsey. Unfortunately, no known hallmark can be identified for the silversmith patriarch Thomas Kinsey. When Cincinnati's first settlers arrived in 1788, they dreamed of establishing a trade center along the water highway of the Ohio River. Troubles with the Indians were resolved after the signing of the Treaty of Greenville in 1795, and the Ohio Territory opened for permanent settlement.
The Thomas Kinsey family may have arrived in the port of New York from Liverpool on June 21, 1820, aboard the Lady Gallatin. At that time, the family consisted of Thomas, age 46, Anna, age 45, Jane, 20, Stephen, 18, Lydia, 16, Hannah, 12, Evan, 10, Edward, 8, Betsy, 6, Charles, 4, and infant David. One example of Kinsey silver from the Cincinnati Art Museum collection is this beautiful silver toast rack that looks like a modern piece from the mid-20th century, but it isn't. This unusual toast rack marked E.N.D. Kinsey dates between 1844 and 1861. This lyrically wrought toast rack emphasizes the Kinseys' ties to their native Wales. Take note when you are treasure hunting. American-made toast racks are exceedingly rare. This example was a gift to the museum from Mr. and Mrs. Charles Fleischman III. And here is a Cincinnati coin silver hot water kettle made by E.N.D. Kinsey, circa 1844-61, engraved with Rococo stylized flowers and scrolling leaves, with center monogrammed reserve, mounted on a footed base with molded ornate rim and center burner. If sold at auction for $8,225. Photo courtesy of Cowan's Auctions Incorporated, Cincinnati, Ohio. This matching set of 4 coin silver goblets, all marked Kinsey, were sold at an October 2005 auction for $2,300. Photo courtesy of Cowan's Auctions Incorporated, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Edward and David Kinsey were brothers born in Wales in 1810 and 1819 respectively. They became American silversmiths, with Edward learning the trade by apprenticing under his father, Thomas Kinsey, about 1823. Thomas Kinsey was born in 1773 in Wales and died in 1865 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Edward would later train his younger brother David. It is not yet known whether Edward was marking his pieces E. Kinsey before he started working in Cincinnati about 1830, so the item marked with just E. Kinsey could possibly be 1823 to 1844, or at least be 1830 to 1844. Why 1844? Because that is when he began working with David, and their mark became E&D Kinsey, the second spoon example. Note that prior to 1830 Edward lived in Newport, Kentucky, so silver marked E. Kinsey made in Kentucky would be highly prized as rare Southern silver. The brothers were most active before the American Civil War about 1861. They were partners in a successful Cincinnati-based silversmith partnership and produced beautiful silver items that are now prized as fine works of art and as such are shown in the Decorative Arts Collection at the Cincinnati Art Museum. According to information on the internet, David Kinsey apparently used his skills as a silversmith to make gold coins that are highly prized by today's collectors. He is listed in Beckman's Cincinnati Silversmiths book as going to California in 1849 during the gold rush. What is not mentioned is that he was a member of the Cincinnati Mining and Trading Company, a group of approximately 50 men, and David Kinsey was the treasurer. In March or the first part of April in 1849, they had purchased coining equipment to mint gold coins in California. It is unknown who made the dies for their coinage, but David Kinsey is a possibility. Others think that it could possibly be Nixon and Company or H&W Johnson, who engraved dies for some Civil War tokens later on. There were a few gold specimens struck with these dies and are extremely rare, like most territorial U.S. gold coins.
A final look at our Kinsey coin silver spoons. Can you make out the monogram? Is it DJM or DTM? Is the middle letter the last name, or is the last name M? This spoon is only hallmarked E. Kinsey, his earlier mark. The second spoon. The name is worn, but is it Rogers? This is the E&D Kinsey spoon dated 1844 to 1861. Can we speculate that this is probably an heirloom of the Rogers family of Ohio or Kentucky? Please subscribe and let me know your comments in the space below. This is a learning experience, and I look forward to your input or questions. Please contact us if you have an heirloom you need help investigating. As an antiques detective, treasure hunter, and collector, we can't keep everything. See the link below and follow us on eBay. Our web store is antiquesacademytn.com.